Good afternoon. Good afternoon from beautiful Miami. My name is Maryam Isa Al Ali Zastapel. I put God first. This is my story and I have a purpose. I help others embrace their authentic self to serve a bigger purpose. Everything I do in my life, from the minute I wake up in the morning to the minute I go to sleep at night, is in service of something bigger than who I am.
Yes, and my name is Alexander Zastapel. My purpose is to bring out the strength in others so they can take full control of their life and gain all rights to their existence.
Existence, guys, existence. And today is Tuesday. We come to you guys, a Clear and Conquer Live come to you guys every single Tuesday at 12 p.m. Eastern. That's 9 p.m. Dubai time. And I'm going to tell you guys, this is powered by Wi-Fi, the CEO of Purple Circle. Sorry about that. We come to you guys every single Tuesday with a topic that is related to your business and also in your life. And the topic that we're going to be talking about today, we apologize in advance if this is going to be provoking. Okay? So today's topic is about breaking your promises with your goals. We're approaching toward the end of this year, and many people right now, it's whether they are accelerating their journey or they are slowing down. So with that being said, what do you have to say about that, Alex?
Well, here's the thing. It's also breaking promises with yourself, because you set out for goals to be accomplished this year. And maybe you're one of those people that are giving up, becoming lazy, falling into it's the holidays, I can just take some time off. Some people literally take the rest of the year off. Some people don't take it seriously for the rest of the year. And I'm going to start with something here today. How you end this year, okay, is going to determine how next year will be for you. Let me say that again. How you end this year, how you truly end. If you're going to be ending hungover, next year is going to be looking a lot like that, right? So how you end this year is going to determine what 2023 looks like for you. It's very important. If you're telling yourself that you're going to wait till January 1st, you are practicing, as we speak right now, procrastination. And 2023 is going to be a lot of procrastination. And let me ask you, how do you feel after you have procrastinated on something? Are you really proud of the procrastination? Like, oh, wow, I really put that off. So, no one says that, but we do it all the time, right? So how you end this year is going to determine what next year is going to look like.
I love that. And because of that, you would like to go ahead and start with today's topic. So why do people in the first place break their promises with their goals? Remember January 1st? I take you back like 11 months ago. You were like, oh my God, I'm going to conquer. I'm going to go ahead and have great dreams. I'm going to go ahead and do more. I'm going to go ahead and accomplish more. And I'm going to go ahead and be more. And I'm going to go ahead and do all this. And then suddenly something happens. You're slowing down. You quit on your goals. You ignore your goals. You know they're talking to you, but you're ignoring them. So there are 5 reasons why people break their promises. Would you like to start?
I would love to, Maryam. Yes. So the first reason why people are breaking their promises is it's not their goal, right? Who is ever motivated about something that was pushed onto them, or that they were forced to do, or that it's just not their goal? Like, maybe you're one of those people that actually want to work for the rest of the year, but everybody's telling you, oh, slow down. It's the holidays. Why are you working? Oh my gosh. Why do you have such big goals anyways? And we're going to get into that, but are these goals even yours? For a very long time, I was told that I had, my parents actually didn't tell me this, but by everybody else, I was told that I had to go get a degree, go get a job, go have a family, have some kids, and then, have this, perfect middle-class life that supposedly exists.
Right.
There is no such thing as the middle class. Let's be honest here.
Right.
It's upper and lower class. Okay. Everybody's just been told you that middle class is something that you should achieve. Well, 76% of people are living paycheck to paycheck, and that's mostly in the middle class. That doesn't sound like a goal I want to live, right? Middle class, just staying in the middle is not a goal of mine. That's something that was made up by someone else.
Right.
It's not my goal. Okay. That's just one of many, many different things. I know you are all thinking of things that you were told that you have to do, that you should do. Oh my gosh, if you don't do this, everybody's going to make fun of you, right? Maybe being made fun of is an indication that you're actually on the right path, right? Being hated on, right? Because if you're not being hated on, you're doing all of the things that everybody else is doing as a as a whole, I mean.
So again, and when we talk about it's not your goal, you are in a business that you don't like.
Mm-hmm.
You are in a relationship that you don't want to be part of. You are working with people who you don't want to be with, and so on and so forth. These are wrong goals. It's not your goal.
Mm.
You don't want to be. You don't want to be an accountant. You don't want to be an engineer. You don't want that. You want something else. But then again, someone around you dictated that. Oh no! If you for you to be successful, you have to do 1, 2, 3, 4.
Mm.
And again, many of you guys, the reason you didn't reach your goals for this year is because it's not your goal. It's not your goal. You don't want to even be part of it. You don't want to do it. You don't want to live with it. You don't want to understand it. You don't want to accomplish it. You don't want to do any of that. And when you don't want any of that, it actually it gets shown. That's why you quit on it. It's not your goal. I remember times I was one of the years. Don't laugh. I wanted to be the best accountant out there, but I didn't like that goal. Just because I had a degree in accounting, that I wanted to be the best accountant. I just didn't like accounting at all. Why this was like living with someone that you hate. That's what my relationship with them. So number one, why we are not reaching our goals is because it's not our goals. That's why you broke your promise. It's not your goal.
100%. Yeah, and not having your goal, how would you even be motivated by any of that? Right? Like why live a life that was, again, like those are not your goals. So we encourage you to figure out what your goals are in the first place, right? We want you guys to figure out your goals, because Miriam and myself have some. You can copy us if you wanted to, but why would you do that, right? And maybe you've been copying people your whole life. That's why you're in this mess in the first place, because you don't listen to yourself. You listen to everybody else.
Yeah.
Right? Which leads me to the next one here. The reason why you are breaking your promises with your goals, okay, is because there's a collective agreement that it is okay to do so. There's a collective agreement right now, especially right now more than ever.
Preach.
There's a collective agreement that it's okay to do this. Okay? So what do I mean by that? I mean that most people right now are agreeing that it's okay to ease off the accelerator, to take it easy, just chill. It's the holidays. We are going into the rest of the year, right? And there's another group of people that is like, I didn't come anywhere near my goals. I might as well just give up. There's no way I can accomplish that. I wanted to make $1 million this year and I made 50,000. There's no way I can do it. Oh my gosh. Right? So, and then there's another group, a third group, right? The people that are like, I'm at 300,000. I said I was going to make $1 million. I know I can still make $1 million, right? I'm going to still go all in for the rest of the year on that $1 million or whatever goal it is for you. I'm going to go all in and refuse to be the collective agreement of, January 1st, I'm going to wait until then. What's going to happen between now and January 1st anyways? Right? You're going to eat a whole bunch of junk food. You're going to eat a lot more turkey, which is great, by the way. You're going to have all these different things. I got to go get all the presents and all these different things, right? How are those presents? How is the junk food going to change 2023 for you? It's not. It's a temporary dopamine rush. Right? And there's nothing wrong with the holidays, by the way.
Of course not.
But if you fall all the way into it and you just stop everything, it's a huge mistake.
Yeah.
Right? You could there is a way to celebrate while you're still prospering and flourishing and
100%.
going all in. There's still ways to do
100%.
that. It's a choice. Okay? So you have a choice whether you're going to have a collective agreement with everybody or go your own way and go all in for the last roughly 33 days of the year.
100%. And again, that's why Alex and I, we are so proud that we don't want to be like the majority of people. And by the way, guys, as Alex mentioned, there is nothing wrong with celebrating, going see family, preparing the Christmas presents. I'm getting into the holiday spirit as well. But I'm also being alert that my dreams are not going to take a break. Because right now, Alex and I, we're getting so much momentum. We're not going to break it because of a collective agreement.
Mm-hmm.
We are so aware of that when we start the 2023, we're going to start it 30 days ahead of everybody else. When people in January 1st, where did we party last night? Where am I? January 1st, Mariam and Alex are crushing it. Not only Mariam and Alex, all those people who want to go ahead and do more, they will not allow that to happen. They will not allow themselves to slow down. They will not allow that, because they understand that momentum, for it to keep moving, you need to get more wins. And in the 30 days, when people will be slowing down, there will be other people who will be accelerating. So that's number 2.
Yeah, 100%. And one more thing I'd like to add is it's crazy to me when we were going out to Costco and going and getting our just normal things, right? Everybody seems so happy, right? Everybody was like really happy. They're into the holidays. And a question I asked myself is, why can't they be like that all year?
All year.
And it's only during the holidays. They get really happy, excited, only during these 30, 40, 50 days. Why not be like that all year round?
We were having a ball this year.
I know, right? Yeah, exactly. I know, exactly.
100%.
I even got stopped at the airport, and I'm like, uh-oh, what's going on?
By a security.
Yeah, by a security, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I got stopped at the airport, and she's like, you are so happy. I'm like, yeah, yes, I am. Thank you. I appreciate that, And she's like, that's so awesome. You're literally smiling in the line. I'm like, yeah, of course, like I always do. But I didn't realize that not very many people are doing that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I know it's the security line and it's TSA and you got to go through all the checking, but like a lot of these people are going on vacation. So I'm actually surprised that they're all like mad about it. And, it's just interesting to me. I'm like, I'm always like this, Right. So I just thought that was really crazy. And I made me think, why can't people be like this all the time? Because there's this holiday spirit. It is very amazing. I love it, by the way. I love it. But why can't people be like that all of the time? Right? It's a temporary dopamine rush, and then they crash on January 1st. And it's like this trap, because you're supposed to go write your goals on January 1st, but that's when everything stopped for them as well, because they were into the holidays, and that's where the holidays stop. So people go on this cycle every single year, over and over and over and over, until they pass away, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
I absolutely 100%.
Yeah.
With that, I believe we should move to number 3.
Yes, absolutely. So do you want to do it?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. So the third reason why people break their promises with their goals, and this is a doable one, like this is more like a tangible one, you can actually feel and do. They do not understand how to reach their goals. Now, this is something that has a solution. Maybe you want to go ahead. Let's say you want to go ahead and start a business. Let's say you want to go ahead and start a business, but you don't know how. But the minute you understand, oh my God, this is how can I start a business? I need to understand the sales game, the marketing game. I have to understand how to hire people. I need to understand the finances of the business. I need to change my thinking, right? You understand there is a way, but many people do not reach their goals because they simply don't know how, right? Like you go to the gym, you want to be in the best shape of your life. You want to get your 6-pack, right? You want to get your 6-pack, but the thing is that you don't know how. You don't know the strategy. So when you don't know the strategy, you break your promise with your goal. Oh my God, I don't know how to do it. I was fueled at the beginning of the year. Now, yeah, dreams are still dreams. I cannot make it a reality. People like Alex and Mariam has it easy. Grant Cardone, well, right? Oh my gosh, they're lucky, right? So they're going to start justifying it for themselves and not finding like solutions to do that. So they don't understand how they can reach their goals. They don't understand how to make a feasibility study. They don't understand how to go ahead and understand that it's a lot of work. There is something that Alex and we do is called estimation of effort. How long is it for us to, for example, close one client on the phone? How many phone calls do we need to make? For us to get one client to show interest on social media, how many posts do we need to do? Well, the number that works for us is 56 posts a day each, right? And that's how we actually reach more people, right? This is, again, this 56 posts, it came as a result of us looking into our own numbers and understanding that. Many people do not even understand how much effort they need to put. They think, oh my God, I'm gonna open a bakery. It's gonna have this beautiful decoration. Oh my God, I'm gonna get my painting from France, and I'm going to be getting this baker from Italy. This is not running a business. What is the effort that you need to do? How maybe you have the best product, but nobody knows about it. How can you understand that you need to go ahead and educate yourself about marketing? Grant Cardone has one of the 10 commandments of marketing. Best known beats best. Even if you have the best product, nobody knows about it, nobody can see you, nobody can understand you, nobody can be around you, right? So that's what I have to say.
Yeah, exactly. All these things that Miriam's talking about is things you have to understand to build a business. Things you need to understand, otherwise you will fail like 97% of businesses in 10 years. 2/3 of them actually go out of business in 5 years, right? So out of 10 businesses, about 6 to 7 will go out of business. Only 3 will remain, right? Out of 100, 67 will go out of business, and only 33 will survive.
Crazy.
In another 5 years, only 3 of them out of the 100 will still have survived. You want to know why that is? It's because people don't understand the right estimation of effort. They don't understand what is required to get to those goals. So they get very discouraged and they give up really fast. Most people just give up extremely fast. They don't actually keep on trying to figure it out. Guys, like there's no roadmap. There's no like exact thing, right? There's ways to accelerate. Like if you go and get a mentor like we have in our lives and like we do for other people, there's ways to accelerate the time, but there's still things you're going to have to figure out as well, right? There's no like exact handbook. There just isn't. But again, there's a way to accelerate the speed in which it takes to figure things out. And there's ways to learn from other people's mistakes too, right? But, don't think that it's going to be all lollipops and candy, like the Christmas candy, right? Going all the way through it. Right. That's a huge mistake to think that. And that's what a lot of things are perceived. That's why you guys have the wrong goals, is because you look on Instagram and everybody, those 23-year-olds have a Lamborghini and it looks like they got rich quick. Right? And you think that that's possible. You think you can just go do some Bitcoin and some investments and you're going to be fine, right? That's like, it's not necessarily, it's not going to happen, just so you know. So here's the thing. There is a get rich for sure way. And that's the way that we choose to take.
Right.
And that's what we teach, is we teach the get rich for sure. It's just that most people quit. Okay? And most people, exactly like we were saying, don't understand the right amount of effort, the right amount of courage that they're going to have, the right amount of discipline, the right amount of persistence, right? All of the traits of billionaires, and they underestimate how much knowledge they're going to have to consume too.
Very true.
Right? I know our mentor, Grant Cardone, he wasn't consuming a lot of knowledge in the beginning. Like he was, but it wasn't like relentless knowledge. And he was doing things the hard way, right? I guess he was consuming, but he wasn't doing it like the smart way, is what I'm telling you, right? He, for 35 years, kept on like getting hit over and over. He didn't, back in the day, have things like social media. So what I'm telling you is that there is a smart way to do all of this. There's a way that you can understand how to achieve these goals, but you need to have a commitment to the goals in the first place.
100%.
Okay, so people just don't understand like what it's going to take to achieve their goals, so they get confused and then they fail and quit, right? Then they go straight to the quitting because they gave up, right? So for me personally, I don't ever give up, right? I refuse to give up, because if I give up, that's when I lose. But I can't lose if I don't give up. It's impossible. I'm still in the game. I'm still playing the game, so I haven't lost yet, right? But if I quit, that's when I lose.
I love that. And here is the thing, guys. It's quitting is not, that moment when you're about to quit. I always said that the minute you want to quit, that minute you're like, you know what, I'm done. That minute you should just dismiss the idea, because you're so close. You mentioned something about the Grant. 35 years he was grinding and he was doing it, but then he taught us about what happens when he got the real knowledge, when he got the real education, when he started really taking information and implementing it and seeing it how it's getting there. And it didn't happen to him overnight. Grant Cardone doesn't promote get rich quick. Grant Cardone doesn't promote get rich quick. He never say, oh my God, I'm gonna make you become rich very quickly. He never says that. All the big gurus we know, they never say that. Alex and Miriam never say that, because we understand there is an estimation of effort. Yes, Maybe there is an acceleration though. There's an acceleration of getting to your goals, which is again equipping yourself with the right knowledge, equipping yourself with the right information. By the way, Alex and I were still attending events. We have a few events to attend in December. You know when everybody's gonna go have a party? Mariam and Alex are going to our conferences, right?
A party?
Party.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. When everybody else will be going to parties, Alex and Mariam will be going to events and conferences, building networks and stuff like that. Imagine like 30 days ahead of everybody else, right?
100%. Which brings us to our next point here. People are not willing to reach for help.
Oh gosh.
Okay, the reason why people are literally breaking their promise to their goals is because they're not willing to reach for help, right? They're going to try to put their ego in the way, or they're not trying. They are putting their ego in the way, and they're not allowing other people to help them. That is completely ignorant, and I'm sorry, stupid. It doesn't make any sense. You need people in your life. If you think that you're going to try to build anything by yourself, it's a lie. William is our business partner and amazing friend, and he helps us. We help him, right? We both are dependent on each other, right? To build a bigger empire, right? And you guys are all afraid to depend on other people, right? And maybe it's because your own wrongness. Maybe you've, broken promises with other people in the past, so you believe that other people are like yourself, right? When in reality, you're just reflecting off of yourself.
Right.
So here's the thing. You need other people. You need to reach out for help. I know when I was really depressed and trying to commit suicide, which I did a couple times, age 19, I tried literally executing myself and removing myself from this planet. Okay? Because I didn't reach for help, right? I tried to solve it in my own head. I tried to figure out the solution by myself. My parents didn't even know that this happened until years later. Right. Because I kept everything to myself. I didn't reach out for help.
Yes.
And what happens is you go down this death spiral, quite literally almost death, right? And you fall into the biggest trap, which is depression. And you're lost and you're confused and you feel like you don't have a purpose. You feel like nobody gives a crap about you, right? You feel like there's no end to it. There's no light at the end of the tunnel, right? And like a lot of us can get very depressed about our goals when we've been going at it for so long, right? And just like you have all this consistency and nothing is bearing the fruit yet, right? Like the fruit is not being bared yet.
Right. Wow.
Right. But the thing is if you just look at the successful people, none of them were actually getting paid what they deserved in the beginning.
Right.
Only until they were ultra successful are they actually arguably overpaid. But that's because they put so much work and effort into themselves, into asking for help, into going and finding the right information. They collaborated with people. They had people help them. You think someone like Grant Cardone, that's a billionaire right now, you think that he did it by himself? Obviously not. It's very clear. He's got 180 employees just at Cardone Enterprises. Right. He's got another 200 at Cardone Ventures. I think he's going to reach 1,000 people pretty soon here. 1,000. Right? He needed 1,000 people to help him get there. And he at the same time is helping them get to their goals as well at the same time.
100%.
Right? Like you need people. You need to reach out for help. I needed to reach out for help. I need to go. I was like, please, somebody help me eventually, But at first I was letting my ego get in the way and I was letting myself get in the way as well. Go ahead.
I mean, asking for help sometimes we are even. So here is the reason why we're not asking for help. For those who are tuning in now, it's Clear and Conquer. We come to you guys every single Tuesday at 12 p.m. Miami time. That's 9 p.m. Dubai time. And today's topic is about breaking your promises with your goals. Guys, the reason we're not reaching for help is very simple. For you guys who feel like, oh my God, I want it, but I need help. You know what is stopping you? Your ego. The thing that is stopping you from asking for help with your maybe mentorship, maybe marketing, maybe sales, maybe equipping yourself with a certain task is your ego. Oh, no, I don't ask for help. I'm going to be a successful, self-made billionaire on my own. That's a lie. Nobody made it to the top on their own. Nobody did it on their own. People are collaborating. People are working together. People are helping each other. This is how people get to the top these days. And we keep, this is something I message in the 10X community. Collaboration is the new currency. Collaboration with someone else is the new currency. So if you need help, you need to reach out for someone who you trust within your industry. Like, for example, you want to lose weight, you want to get your six-pack, go ahead. Maybe it's time for you to get a personal trainer. Ask for help. If you want to open a business but you don't want to lose money as you're doing it, go hire someone to be your coach. Clear and Conquer, we happen to do that. If you need help with your mindset, you are around people who are quitters, you want to be around winners, reach out to us, we can help. But if you allow your ego to be in the way, no matter how much you want that help, you're not going to ask for it because you think it's weakness. People think that asking for help is weakness. In fact, it takes courage to ask for help.
Wow.
It takes courage to ask for help. In fact, at the TEDx Growth Conference in Las Vegas 2020, when I met Grant and I went to his event for the first time, he said, the word that changed my life is asking for help. This is how he started his speech. So asking for help. You know, William, even Jesus had 12. Exactly. We call them al-Hawariyin in Arabic, right? Even Jesus had 12. And he was asking for, and he's a messenger from God, right? To spread the message, right? Every single person who you would think are in history, be it a prophet, be it people who changed the world, they actually had people around them. And they were actually willing to ask for help. They were actually willing to ask for help. So the reason you are not reaching your goals, number 4, is because you are not willing to ask for help. That's why you break your promise with your goals.
Yeah, and one more thing I would like to add, Miriam, too. So first of all, that's very powerful. I hope you guys are taking notes. We always like when people take notes because we think so many different things every single day. When you write it down on a piece of paper, it separates your mind with the physical universe. Right. Like you can see it right in front of you. So the thing I wanted to add is what I have found in my life is the things that I refuse the most, that I pushed away the most. I'm like, no, I don't want to. That's not for me. No, you know, it's something that I learned from Grant too. He talks about this. The harder the no, the more likely you should do it. Right. Right. The things that have controversy to them. When I have said like, no, absolutely not. That's not for me. I used to say that about investing in myself. Right. I used to say that about investing in myself. I used to like refuse help. Okay. And the thing that I was refusing was the thing I actually needed in my life. Right. Because there was fear behind it. Oh, I don't want to give people money. What if they take my money? What if I get scammed? What if all these different things, right? I was pushing really hard against those things that were actually the things that I needed to pull in. Right? So the things in your life, I know you're probably all thinking of something that you're just resisting so hard. What I have found, like this has been a successful action, is the things I resist the most are the things I need to be doing. And I know there's other things in my life that I'm resisting that are probably the things I need to be doing. Still, it will always be like that. And that's how you get to the next level, because it's going to take courage to go push into those things and pull them in towards you. But anyways, the next thing that I want to go to, you know, that I wanted you guys to know for sure. But the next thing I want to go into is the reason why people are breaking their promises with their goals is because of the environment they have around them. Okay. The environment they have around them that's promoting breaking promises. And I know I've been a part of these environments for far too long. I refuse to be in them anymore. Same. Because it's the same thing every single year, every single time. You know, just chill, Alex. Just relax. You know, don't you have enough money already? You know, whatever they're saying, right? Your environment is definitely going to dictate whether you have like a whole bunch of rotten apples where the soil can't grow, right? Or fertilizer, or what am I thinking of? Poison, right? I'm thinking of the word poison. Right. If your soil is poisoned, nothing's going to grow in it. But if it's fertilized and you start bringing in the right people, there's going to be a lot of growth into it. It's very simple, right? But what most people do is they allow the toxins to come into their soil. They allow it, and that's your choice, by the way. You can choose who's in your environment or not. So my question to you is, who are you allowing into your environment? Because that is going to dictate whether your soil grows or not.
Wow, that's powerful. Fertilizers or poison? My goodness.
I can see it clearly.
Exactly. That's awesome. So the environment around you, if you have an environment that tells you, you didn't reach your goal this year, Habibi, it's okay. Take a break. Take a break. It's December. Take a break. You good? Don't do anything. Go ahead and chill in the spa for 30 days. You're good, right? So in this environment, you're not growing. You're dying. They are literally taking your dream and they are literally squeezing it and they're throwing it in the trash. And that's why you're not keeping your promises with your goals, because someone else is actually dictating where you're headed, because the environment around you are not helping you grow. Or you're going to have a group of people. Let's say Alex doesn't reach one of his goals. I will not say, Habibi, it's okay. I will be like, so what happened? What are we learning from it? And what shall we do now? Let's keep moving forward. People like Alex and Miriam and people who want to go ahead and conquer their dreams, they're not going to quit for 30 days. You're going to say, oh my God, I'm going to take a break for 30 days. That's a quitting for 30 days. And it's going to be harder for you to start in January. There are people who will be working for the next 30 days, more or less, right? Because there's holidays and of course you have to spend time with your family and so on and so forth. Something I'm so pro for. But if you allow it to consume you, all the momentum you got for the past 11 months is going to be broken in December. And then when you're going to start January, there are people who are ahead. People will be closing deals and their businesses will be doing very well at the beginning of January. And other people will be like, oh my God, let me start planning now. Some people will start the plan in January, where other people have already planned months ago for January, and they are now executing.
And they were executing all through December too.
Exactly. So I will never ask Alex to quit. The people around us, my goodness, we are in the 10X community. Try quitting in that community. You can't. We are part of the rally calls, you're part of the mentorship calls, and everybody's like, push on the gas, break the brakes. You don't need the brakes now. Push on the gas. This is the environment. This is the rich environment we are part of. Again, we're going to talk about this as how to keep your promises in a second. But the idea of it, if you have people now who's telling you, Habibi, slow down, that's exactly what's going to happen. That's exactly how you're going to start January, with procrastination, with no results, and more excuses.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Anything you want to add, or shall we go?
No, like this is the yes. I have found that like my environment is literally everything. Okay. And when I say that, I mean everything. Okay. Because people like are brainwashing you no matter what. Okay. So who do you want to be brainwashed with? Someone that's telling you that you need to get to the next level, that you can still reach your goals, like a can-do attitude, or someone that's a Debbie Downer that says, oh, it's impossible. I failed in my life too. People are getting really sick right now.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, like there's a lot of things going on in the world. The recession is happening right now.
Oh my gosh.
Like, I don't even really think about those things, right? Because I have an environment that talks about all of the amazing things that are happening right now in this world.
Right.
Because there are amazing things happening in the world right now. It's just that either one way, you get to listen to what you consume. Okay, like you get to choose what you consume in your life, and it's going to brainwash you. And brainwashing can be a good or a bad thing. Either way, you're being brainwashed, is what I'm telling you. Like by your friends, by your family, by everybody. Right. Okay, so I choose. I'm extremely aware of what I listen to or who I listen to.
100%.
Miriam doesn't sit here and tell me, oh, you should give up. In fact, we came to an agreement when we got married that we would never do that to each other, right? Ever. Because like that is going to lead to failure, because we are both highly driven people. We're both highly successful people. Like, we are not going to do that to each other. That would be unethical for me to do that to her.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So quitting is not it's not our virtue. We don't know it. We don't want to be around it. We don't want to see it. And again, even in our environment, we are protecting that. And I believe we're already jumping into the solutions.
Yeah, go ahead.
So would you like to, should I?
Go ahead, yes.
Okay. Absolutely. So these are the 5 reasons we already mentioned, guys, on why people are breaking their promises to their goals. And we want to share with you 3 solutions to that. The 3 solutions that when you go ahead and understand and execute, and get inspired by execute, you go ahead and keep your promises. So how can you keep your promises toward your goals? Number 1, Find your purpose. Number one, find your purpose. Find the reason for your existence. Why are you here? What are you naturally good at? What is your passion? What do you like to do? What you are so naturally good at that you can make money out of, right? So when you actually find your purpose, all the goals you're gonna set for your life are in alignment with who you are. You know, there will be no more, should I do this or should I not do that? You already know because you know the reason for your existence. I talk about purpose every day. When I die, they'll be like, this is the purpose lady died, but her legacy is still alive. You know, that's going to be my legacy. Because every day I understand the importance of living with purpose. There are 3 groups of people this morning, 3. There is a group of people who didn't wake up this morning. They died. Their journey in this physical universe is over. Group number 2 is the group that woke up without a purpose. They're dragging themselves to work. They're dragging themselves to life. They're just getting by. And then you have a group number 3. Group number 3, this is the group who woke up with a purpose. Oh my gosh, my purpose today. This is my to-do list. This is what I'm going to do. These are my goals that's in alignment with who I am. So the first thing you should do to go ahead and keep your promise to your goal, you need to know why you have these goals in the first place. And that happens when you know your purpose. If you don't know your purpose, whatever goals you're going to be putting for 2023, and they are not based on a purpose, are not going to happen. Because it's not going to be your goal. It's going to be someone else's goals or something else's goal. So number 1, for you to go ahead and keep your promises to your goals, find your purpose before the beginning of next year.
Love that. That we can just end it right there. Just kidding. Finding your purpose, by definition, just so you guys know, purpose is the reason for which something or someone exists.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I always ask people, why do you exist? What's your purpose? Like, so many people, again, have goals based off of everybody else. Oh, I want to be a billionaire. Why? Like, what does that have to do with anything?
True.
Right? But once you start digging into it, you find out that, for me personally, my purpose is to help 1 billion kids. Well, that's not my purpose, but one of my missions is to help 1 billion kids with education, right? One of my missions in life is to expand a company over to 1 billion in revenue, which would require 2,000 employees, right? That's massive, right? I'm going to impact 2,000 families, right? In my own company. That's amazing. Okay. Why else, Alex? Well, I want to get Miriam a private jet, right? Why else, Alex? The deeper you get, the more questions you ask of why else, right? And the more you understand why $1 billion, the more likely you're going to hit $1 billion. But if it's just to, hit $1 billion, it's just money at that point, right? So what are the reasons why you even want to do any of this?
Right.
Like, why? The most powerful word in the entire English dictionary is why. Because it's the reason why you're doing anything. Why would you guys decide to eat food today? That's not very cool, right? Eating food is to exist so your body can stay alive. That's a pretty dang good reason, right? So you're not hungry and you don't die.
Right.
Well, that's a pretty good reason, right? So why else do you exist? Just to eat food? Well, it's more than that, right, Alex? It's more than a job, isn't it? Or do you just work for a job? Is that why you're here? Just to go get a job and a family? No, I'm pretty sure it's more than that. So the more you figure this out, when you go find your purpose with Miriam, it's not just about, having a purpose statement. That represents everything, yes. But it's about every aspect of your life. It's about, creating a legacy, having your spirituality in check, having your health in check, having your family in check, having your money right? It's about all of those areas. And when you have your purpose in place, it reminds you every single day why you're existing. Right. And it's much more bigger than a job. It's much more bigger than just having a family, being a stay-at-home mom. I'm sorry, you guys, but it's much more than that. Okay? Like, you were told those things by other people that that's what you're supposed to do. But I promise God did not just create you to just have a family. I promise that. To just have a job. It's not just anything. It's everything. There is no just, right? Because if there was a just, you would only have to do that one thing and you'd be happy. But life isn't like that, is it? Right? So you were created for something much more bigger. I promise that. And Miriam has spent the last 10 years perfecting this process to help you find your purpose so you can find out all of these things. And you will have a purpose statement just like us, right? My purpose is to bring out the strength in others so they can take full control of their life and gain all rights to their existence. Immediately when I'm thinking like that, I'm thinking of the kids that I'm going to help. I'm thinking about the employees that I will have. I'm thinking about all of you, where I bring out the strength in you and the confidence, right? That's a lot bigger than saying I have a job or I want to make $1 billion or my purpose is to empower people. My purpose is to help people. With what? Like, and why, right? Like, is that the only thing you're doing, or are you? So it's much bigger, you guys. Just because you're helping people, what about yourself then? What about your spirituality? What about your relationship with God? What happened to that? Is it you're just empowering people, or you also, I think, you know, you want to have a relationship with God too, right? So purpose is massive. Just so you guys, that's to sum it up, it's massive.
Yeah. By the way, we have one more session for the end of this year. It is literally, I'm challenging people. It is 30 and 31st of December. I'm doing it right at the end of the year. So you go ahead and start the next year right. So go to clearandconquer.com/purpose. That's clearandconquer.com/purpose. And it's only going to be 2-day event, 3 hours each day. And then you're going to find your purpose. So you can go ahead and put the right goals for you to go and conquer 2023, right?
Yes.
Okay, good.
I'll go to the next one.
Go for it. Yeah, this is your specialty, the next one.
Yes.
Go for it.
So the reason why people break their promises with their goals, right? This is what we're talking about. We talked about the 5 reasons why, and then we're telling you guys the how, right? The second how of keeping your promises to your goals is being held accountable to them, right? Being held accountable to your goals. Who is holding you accountable? Who is actually pushing you to the next level? Because a lot of people are holding you accountable to procrastination right now. They're telling you it's okay to ease off the accelerator. They're telling you all these different things. Just, you know, what about the Christmas presents and all these different things, right? But do you have someone holding you accountable to your goals to make sure that you're going to reach them? And even a deeper level, do you have someone holding you accountable every day to reach your goals, right? This is one of the things that we do. We help hold you accountable to your goals every single day. So we can help make sure that you get the actual results. I am not a person that just wants to motivate and inspire people.
Right.
I'm just telling you guys, like that would be a complete waste of everybody's time. Right? I want to get you results. That's my intention. I want to get you results, because results are the thing that's actually going to permanently change your life. Motivation and inspiration is completely temporary, and to be honest, it should come from within, right? I'm not here to motivate and inspire you. I'm here to show you maybe how to do that yourself, right? But I'm not here to be the person that's going to motivate and inspire you, because I can't chew your food for you, right? I can't hold your hand, but what I can do is get you results.
Right.
What I can do is show you how to do it, right? So you have the tools and resources to motivate and inspire yourself, so you can be excited every day, so you can live your purpose every day, right? But I can't chew your food for you.
Right.
Right? So being held accountable to your goals, for me personally, has been one of the biggest pieces of my success. I had people, at one point I had 6 people holding me accountable, right? And now it's Miriam and myself. We hold each other accountable. Yes. But at first, you know, I had 6 people. And if you're interested in joining us on that, reach out to us, okay? Or go to clearandconquer.com/goals. But this is something that I take very seriously, and I make sure that people get results. And I make sure of it. I reach out to each individual. Like, I make very sure that people get results in our mentorship and accountability group.
Yeah, and I've seen people getting results. Now we are doing calls with our accountability people, those who've been with us for like over a year, or those who just joined. It depends who. So what we do is we go ahead and see how much they've been progressing. Many of them, we already know that they've been progressing, but sometimes some people in the group, maybe we don't see them anymore. So what we do is, because we are their accountability partners, let's put it this way, we go ahead and reach out. So what happened? What happened to you guys? Why didn't you show up? What's going on? Like, is everything okay? Is there anything we can help you with? So when you actually have someone holding you accountable, you feel like you have the responsibility to reach your goals. You promised yourself something, and what we help you with is reach that goal that you promised yourself with in the way that you can accomplish. And again, in our accountability group, it's not like we hold you accountable. There is 2 coaching calls a week on Wednesdays and on Sundays. In these calls, we guys go ahead and help you with your accountability in terms of how we can help you accelerate your journey, how we can, maybe you have a question, you have a challenge, you come to us asking for help. And our accountability group is a very safe place where people come in sharing their wins, sharing their challenges, and so on and so forth. And this way we can help them through the different mentorship that we provide them with. So be held accountable, guys. Alex is holding me accountable. Oh my gosh, there are days I don't want to write my goals.
Yep.
Okay. Yesterday I was tired. I had a headache. We had a long day. We went to like downtown Miami. We had and I reached home dead. And I was getting changed, and then I see the bedroom. I see the bed, and on the bed Alex had the goals. He had the goals notebook there.
Yep.
And I'm like, no.
Because I knew she was tired. Yeah.
I'm like, no, I can't write my. I was being a little bit. Oh my God, I can't. Alex, not today. I write them every day. It's okay. He's like, no,
I
it's
understand.
okay. You're like, 1 minute and a half.
Yeah, I'm like 60 seconds.
Like 60 seconds.
Do you think you can take 60 seconds? It's like,
But I did it anyway. So when you have actually someone holding you accountable, you do it.
Mm-hmm.
When you actually have someone holding you accountable and they care about your success, they'll do it. So again, our accountability group is such a safe haven for those who want to go ahead and get to their goals and have someone who are holding them accountable for 365 days. Okay, so go to clearandconquer.com/goals if you want to go ahead and join our group. It's clearandconquer.com/goals. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out as well.
Absolutely. So the last piece that we're going to show you guys today, this one's really important. We touched on it a little bit, but being around winners, I cannot tell you how important this is, because when you see a ton of other people winning, you're in a winning environment. It makes you want to win, and it helps you win more yourself.
Right.
I'm telling you, being in the right environment, we talked about this, we touched on this, being a part of the right groups, being around the right people, around winners, people that are winning, right? Because if you're around a lot of winners, you feel like it's a simple thing to win. You start thinking that, oh my gosh, there's so many people making millions of dollars. Oh my gosh, there's so many people that are having results, right? There's an abundance of winning out there. That's what you start to think. And that actually is the truth if you want it to be the truth. But if you're around a whole bunch of people that are losing, telling about how the world is ending, the politics, all the different things out there, right? They're complaining about all of it is what they're doing. They're not spending any time helping any of it. They're just complaining about it. If you spend a whole bunch of time with those type of people, you're going to feel like the world is an evil place, that it's terrible to be in, that the world is going to end tomorrow. I think 2020 was supposed to be a time that end, the year 2000, whatever, right?
I remember 1999.
Yep. Once the year reached 2000, the world was going to blow up.
Right.
Right. And people were like, telling people that, guys, there's always going to be something. And we're living life here. We're living the human experience. It ain't perfect. There are challenges. There are problems on this planet. But when you're around a ton of people that are talking about winning, they're thinking about winning. They're thinking about what they can do next. They're like, yes, I have challenges too. I'm a human being. What do we do about it?
Right.
What can we do to get to the next level? What can we do? Not, oh my gosh, poor me. Oh my gosh. Like, I keep getting sick, and like, the world is terrible. And, I don't like my line manager. I don't like the way things are going in the company. This place is terrible to work for. I'm like, isn't this the person that applied for the job?
Right.
Didn't they choose to work there? So it depends on who you hang out with. It's really gonna hanging around winners has done so much for us. It gets us to think bigger. It gets us to dream bigger. It reminds us that our goals are important because they're talking about their goals being important. They have their values in place. They're ethical people. We choose to hang around with ethical winners, by the way. That's a caveat to this. Ethical winners, because there's people that win unethically, and I'm not going to hang around with those people.
Right. Yeah. So again, that's remind me of something that our friend Gary Brecka said, is that inauthentic people are not not capable of creating authentic wealth. Sorry. And again, when you are actually around ethical winners, people who are actually winning ethically, oh my gosh, like this is even expands your growth. It's even pushes it forward more.
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Hang around ethical winners. Yes.
I love that. Thank you, William, for that. Thank you.
Yeah.
So again, these are 3 solutions, guys. You know, for you to keep your promises. Find your purpose. It's very important, because if you don't find your purpose, you're gonna set again goals, but they're not your goals. Number 2, be held accountable. Let us hold you accountable. When you are being held accountable to your goals, you literally accelerate that, because you're literally asking for help and you are genuinely interested in your own success. And number 3, you go ahead and hang out around ethical winners. Those ethical winners are the people who give you permission to win even more.
Yes, absolutely. So we appreciate all of you guys joining. We go
Thank
Clear
you.
and Conquer live every single Tuesday at noon Eastern. That's 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern and 9 p.m. UAE time, United Arab Emirates time, okay? Because we have people over in the Middle East, and we have people over in the United States. We have people all over the planet, actually.
Yes.
Over 15, is it 20 countries? 20. No,
20.
no. Something like that. 15,
Yeah.
over 15 for sure. We have people in over 15 countries. So join us every single Tuesday at 12 p.m. Eastern and 9 p.m. UAE time. We appreciate you guys joining. Make sure you'd be great if you want to join our next purpose session. By the way, it's clearandconquer.com/purpose. Find your purpose before the year ends, guys. Find your purpose. What do you think 2023 is going to look like when you know your definite purpose in life?
Let's go. With that, thank you so much again. A shout out to our amazing partner, Wi-Fi. It's easy to follow him on social media. It's literally at Wi-Fi on Instagram.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you for being part of thank you for being an ethical winner, right? Thank you, William. Thank you for empowering our program every single Tuesday. Guys, join us every single Tuesday at 12 p.m. Eastern. That's 9 p.m. Dubai time. With that, guys, see you next week.
See you later.